Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here a really interesting contraption. And you're going to look at this and think, what on earth is Dave reviewing? Well, I want to show you something that a friend of mine, Jackie, came up with. And she spoke to no other than a friend of mine, William Shakour. We were both in one of our pen clubs, our virtual pen clubs throughout the COVID period. And she asked me if William would be able to make something that she was after. And I said, I'm pretty sure William can. And then she started creating the spec, the requirement for it. And I was like, I honestly don't think he can. Because what Jackie wanted was something that had never been done before, and that's fine, but to what spec and what level she wanted it at, I thought it was going to drive William bananas, but it didn't. And William likes a challenge, and that's what I like about William. So let me show you. This is a lovely puzzle. All of this is 3D printed. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when it is fully assembled, so you can see all of this here, if it doesn't try to swing away. This is what it is. So this is basically an anti-tilt ink bottle or converter. So this basically stops you from spilling your ink. This comes with 4 rubber feet that you can glue onto the base here. All of this, William has 3D printed. So Jackie said that she wanted something that would stop her knocking over a vial of ink. And I said, well, that's easy. And to be honest, most of the time, I just decant my ink into something like this, and I stick some blue tack on the bottom, and that will not move. And Jackie said, yes, but I don't want that. Okay. So I said, the problem then is that you have ink vials, and you get them in 7 milliliter, you get them in 5 milliliter, you get them in 3 milliliter, you get them in 10 or 12 milliliter. So each of these are either going to be longer or shorter, or the diameters are going to be thinner or wider. So you're not going to have anything that is going to work in this. So if I remove all of these, you have the base here. The base will hold a Robert Oster bottle of ink. Fairly sturdy. It will rock slightly, but not a lot. But this actually is pretty good. So if I remove that, John from pensharing.com request wanted it to fit a 30ml bottle. Well, that fits pretty sturdy as well. But then she said, I want to fit a vial of ink. And I think if we look at one of these, you will see the vial of ink also sits here quite nicely, and this will not actually spill out whatsoever. And then I said, aha, yes, but Jackie, what about a Penida pen filler? Because these are very easily knockable over. So she said, good point. We must design something for that. I think, yes, it won't go in that one. So there you have it. That will not get knocked over as well. And I said, aha. But you've not thought about this, have you? Some people have a Visconti travelling inkwell. Well, that will not do, Jackie said. We have to make it fit for that. And there you have it. So it now sits in this as well. And then I said, But a friend of mine sent me some really small vials like this. And she said, well, in that case, we have to cater for that as well. So let me have a look. And if you remove the top one here, you will see that fits in there nicely as well. Okay, I think Jackie is onto something here. But she didn't stop at that. What Jackie then wanted to do was to hold an international converter or cartridge. So then Jackie came up with the end piece here, and if you put that in and put that in there, you can now stick the converter in as well. This is a world's first. I have not seen a ink tilt system or ink protection system 3D printed to this level of detail, where this will hold pretty much anything that you throw at it. So this really is, if I put all of these down here, quite an interesting system. And I'm pretty much sure there will be other bottles of ink that you can put in there. You are going to be limited to about that diameter, because if I put it to the lowest level here, that fits in somewhat snugly there. So you are going to be limited to the diameter of the bottle. But honestly, if you're going to have a bottle that has a larger diameter than that, you are probably not going to have it being tilting over or knocked over. And if you are, I honestly would put a wedge of blue tack under it, and that way that would stop it from happening. But this is a really good, ingenious device that both Jackie and William Shakour came up with. So William is making these devices, and he can make these to order. He can make these in different colors as well, not just this sort of like clearish white resin, but you can have them in a number of different colors. If you have a bottle that may be slightly wider diameter than Robert Oster, then it may be that William could come up with another system or a slightly wider base that would then support it. So if you do want something like this, then do go and talk to William. I believe these are going to be around about 18 or 20 pounds, including shipping. So do talk to William. He'll let you know what the price is, when he can actually produce these for you. I will leave his details in the description below, and you'll be able to contact him either on Instagram through direct messages or through Gmail and through email. So if you want one of these, then do reach out to William. I'd like to thank William for sending me this for review, and I will be buying this from William because I actually do need something like this, because I want to avoid some of those ink catastrophes. So this for me is ideal. So I will be buying this from William. I may look at a second one if he comes out with a slightly redesigned model that may sort of, I'm just looking at my ink bottles, support a bigger bottle, maybe possibly a rawer and Klinger bottle, perhaps, because they're glass. That might be a good thing, but they are a lot wider in base. But yeah, these are really, really good, and I like these a lot. So again, William has come up with something really good, 3D printed, and I think if you're into ink samples and that, this is ideal for you. So do go and contact William if you're interested in one of these. I think they're brilliant. So that's my review of the ink converter bottle tipper over. I'm not sure what these are actually called, but these are really, really nice. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.